Well, good evening, guys. It's 9:30. Another chat for a whole hour about living in Spain, where I live, trying to answer some questions if that's possible. What I'm going to do first, I'm just going to say some thank yous first, and then we'll go straight into the intro, and then we'll get on with the show. So first of all, I want to thank everybody that contributes to my coffee fund. Honestly, guys, it helps me out so much. You can't believe. I've got to thank Martin. He knows he is, Rob and Catherine. Thank you very much. Most appreciate that. Also the t-shirts. Now I started a new promotion going for about a couple of weeks now because a lot of guys were saying that they can't get a bigger t-shirt. So different sort of material, I believe. Costs a little bit more, but I've sold 4 already. Top people. Now, unfortunately, I don't know who you are, guys. So if you can send me a photograph, that would be most appreciated. Now, all I know one of them, Haley, has bought one for her hubby. So, hubby, send me a photograph. I just want to also say some couple stations that's worth checking out on YouTube. Obviously, the main one that I always watch anyway, especially for up-to-date news around Spain, that's Spain Speaks by Stuart. Does an amazing channel. Another one that I quite enjoy watching when it comes on is Benidorm Forever, all one big word. Really good channel. There's a couple of new channels I've been watching. I mean, I am amazed now, at long last, a lot more people in Spain are starting to do YouTube channels because, well, not many of us, but it's quite a few more now. There's a couple of new guys out there. The Scottish couple in Spain, that's by Barry and Karen, and no doubt they'll be on later on. And there's another one called Between the Lakes by Mike, and I think it's Jovan, but I might have got that wrong, Mike. So please forgive me if I got that wrong. And also, information sites are pretty hard. Obviously, the main one, especially if you come from the UK, is obviously the British Embassy site, especially at the moment with all these new restrictions. But another good one is an online site, which is the Citizens Advice Spain, especially when you get up some information, facts as well. Check that site out as well. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put on the intro and then we get on with it. Yeah, I've got a question I'll answer as well. Well, welcome to another Place in the Sun by Otherworld Properties. Should we go and have a look? Okay, one of the things this whole show is about really is about Q&A questions, and I got a question this week from Martin. So, and it's quite a long question. That's why I thought I'd get it done now. Now, Martin's asked me because he's obviously thinking about coming to Spain, and he's been looking at certain things. Anyway, what is the average annual fees for a non-resident owning a property in Camposol or in the area? Say, for instance, a 2-bed, 1-bathroom, for an example. He knows it's pretty impossible. I think what it is, whatever you buy, and wherever you buy it in Spain, it's going to be slightly different. But I can give you a rough idea, Martin. Now, we live in a 2-bed, 2-bathroom property, and that's what it'll go on the property more than how much money you got and all things like that. For a non-resident, for that sort of price, it costs me and my wife, as a non-resident, €60 each. That's what it costs. Now, that price will probably stay the same. Now, obviously, if you use, we the first time we paid our non-resident, we actually used our solicitors. Worst thing we ever done, because we got admin fees, and the total nearly come to €500. So you can see how much the admin fees must have cost us. But after that, we did it ourselves virtually. Yeah, it cost us €60 each. So it's not a huge expense. Obviously, depending on the size of property, will affect the price. Bigger the property, bigger the price. Smaller the property, yeah, less. The other part of that question was, was I lost? Yeah. The other thing is, he asked about the tax. Now, here it's called the IBI tax. That's paid once a year. Now, usually it's paid in October. Look, just going back to the non-resident tax. Now, the non-resident tax is usually paid sort of this time near the end of the year. That's when it's paid. And if you're a resident, I believe it's paid sort of April onwards. I haven't got that written down, so I can't give you a definite on the resident tax. And don't worry too much about the resident tax. I'm not going to go on to that, because Martin hadn't asked about the resident tax. But for non-resident, it's not a lot of money, guys. Now, the other thing is, it was the IBI tax. Now, obviously, that will depend on the size of your property. Now, our IBI tax, since we've been here, we've always paid €488, so many cents. And that's been the same every year. Now, this year, because of the COVID, why? But they decided to leave it a month. We're supposed to pay in October. Anyway, it came out in November. Usually, it comes out in a direct debit. You can pay it through the bank. If they send you a letter, you can go up to your cash machine, pay it that way. But most people have got it on direct debit. So not another huge expense, considering what we used to pay in the UK, especially on council tax. Sometimes that's what you would pay a month. Right, and let's go back to the question, because we'll get off stream on that. All right. Anyway, Martin's also been looking at static caravans. The same sort of thing that we did when we first started looking at property, especially down in the south near Malaga way. Price of properties are a lot more higher. And we was looking at mobile homes, and he was obviously looking at site fees, which can be expensive. But you can buy a nice brand new static home, like some people can have their home actually shipped over there if they want. But I know the site fees are quite expensive, and I believe out of that, the actual council tax comes out of that, I believe. But as I haven't got a mobile home, I can't be 100% sure. But I'm sure when we was chatting to the people on the sites, that was included. But obviously, on top of that, you still got to pay your electric and water and things like that. So it's always a good idea to have a good look around. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, obviously, if you're going to be living there more than 3 months, then you're going to have to be a resident. But if you don't want to live there for 3 months, then, yeah, that's fair enough. I think that's what you're getting at, Martin, because you don't want to be a resident. You just want to be a non-resident. But, yeah, it's still quite hard. I think until we know, once this Brexit's out of the way, we can get a lot more information for next year. At the moment, it's still a bit iffy on what's actually going to happen. But at the moment, I'm hoping that's giving you some idea, Martin. Obviously, like I said before, depending on where you want to be based in Spain will affect the price slightly. Not a huge amount, I don't think. So if we were paying 60 here, I would imagine down near the south, especially down Malaga way, you're probably paying a little, probably about another €10 or more. But if there's anybody who's listening to all that, who's actually living in a mobile home or a static home, we want to call it, Martin would obviously want to know a bit more about that. So please fire away. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to say hello to everybody, because we got 64 in at the moment. So bear with me as I go through everybody. I'm going to start off with Steve at the top here. Yes, I'm off the toilet now. I'm in here. Martin's, see you, Martin. Hope that's good for you. Hope that's giving you some information. Hey, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Good evening, says the captain. Yeah, we're all well. Thank you very much. Oh, my top person here, Steve. Yeah, like the haircut. Should do, because your wife did a fantastic job, Mandy. I'll be over in another 4 weeks' time for the re-job. Welcome back, Facebook user. Whoever that is, top person. Good evening. Sucked a bottle of wine already. Keep the wine flowing. Andy, top person from Australia. Obviously early morning. I know you're gonna be taking the dog out soon, but thanks for popping in, Andy. The weather's nice because it's summertime now in Australia. Harvey, good evening. Thank you very much. All welcome there. Another Facebook user. That's what I like about Facebook. Facebook is watching that, and I believe on Facebook they actually put up when I'm speaking some sort of telex thing, isn't it? So you know how bad my language is, especially trying to speak proper English. Dean, top man from Blackpool. The weather's not too bad up there. Sure, monsoon conditions here in Ireland. Temperatures still I believe today was sat out. I was chatting to Stephen Manley today on another video for them. It was 21. That can't be bad, can it? Oh, hang on, where have I gone? Just jumped. I've got a lot here today. So just me and Michelle. Good. Don't get too drunk. We got a few more. 3/4 of an hour to go yet. Only free coffee. Yeah, I know, Mark. I know, but I only got to say thank you for everybody. Does that? Hi, says Claire. Nice to see you, Claire. Cheryl, nice to see you as well. Hi, Sean, says Julie. Nice to see you. What we got here? We got the captain. Spain speaks. Was recommending John and Mandy's on tour. Good, that's good. John and Mandy's on tour. I have to check that one out then. Good evening, young man, says Tony. Good evening, sir. God resorts like your caravan parks in England. Are God resorts just like the caravan parks in England? I couldn't tell you. Hopefully somebody's probably answered that down further. Come on, folks, support Sean's hard work. He does brilliant. Top man Martin. Steve's popped in as well. Good evening. Just to thank you again for your Remembrance Day video. Good. I'm great. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see that the community on campus put a lot of effort. And unfortunately, this year with the COVID, not a lot of people could pay their respects. But it's nice to see that the garden groups do a lot of hard work. So thanks for that, Steve. Golf. I think you're going back to. Hang on. Elena, I can't think about. I'll come back on that one. Marie and Dave, good evening, top man. Got your tinny? I've got my tinny. It's there. I'll go and get it on the screen. Yeah, me on me. Sam McGill. Got my shares in that company. Did you ever get the pig farm? Did you ever get the pig farm near A? Says Roy. Did you ever? Yeah, Roy, they're still building it for some reason. You know what? Since I've been here, they've been building that frigging pig farm. It's nice and big now. I think the actual farmhouse has all been painted up, but still no piggies yet. And I believe over on B, somebody was saying, on upper C, the big pig farm there, somebody's actually saying they was knocking all the field down, but maybe another solar farm's on the way. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everyone. I'm all well on campus. I can't wait to come over. Hopefully, in the new year. Just heard you got COVID test before we. Yeah, I think this COVID thing. I think every couple of days now, we've obviously new restrictions are coming in, and I heard from the 23rd of November, anybody that's trying to enter Spain now, you're going to have to show some sort of test results, I believe, on your COVID. Now, the only effects from what I heard so far about people flying in and coming in by boat, but I believe if you're still driving in, that's still been allowed, as far as I know, as long as you're not a resident. If you're a non-resident and you're coming down to visit your holiday home or something like that, it seems like they've still got free access, but that could all change, unfortunately. Nurse Jim, yeah, Jim from Wrexham, nice to see you, sir. Hi, Sean. Good evening. I'm sunny Somerset. Good. Nice to see it, Sunny. Do the government get in touch with you about the tax, or do you have to contact them? Good question, that Facebook user. Now I leave all the financial stuff to my missus. Being a resident now, I have to pay resident tax, and we've got an accountant. And all I can say, because going back to what Martin was asking about non-resident with a resident, now we paid I should say we didn't pay nothing. We went to see our accountant, and because of our financial money, because we ain't got nothing, to be honest. We got nothing, no big, huge amounts in our bank, either here in Spain or in the UK, and we didn't have to pay no tax at all. So that's something you've got to think about, guys. If you're coming from the UK and you've got loads of property in the UK that you rent out to people, you might be heavily taxed. So just remember that. Also, if you've got lots of money hidden away in banks in the UK, it's possible you could get taxed on that. So just bear in mind when you come over here, spend it all and you won't have to pay nothing. But no, seriously, now we use an accountant, and I think personally, if you know what you're on about, yeah, you can do it online and do your own thing. But trying to understand the Spanish tax system is a nightmare, and it's nothing like the UK. So we use an accountant. We obviously have to pay the accountant fees, which is not a lot, and they seem to know the system. So yeah, they if you don't, I mean, they won't get in touch with you, but what happens eventually, they'll catch up with you and you get a big bill. So it's up to you in April to get all your figures right, take them to your accountant, or if you want to do it yourself, it's up to you. But yeah, they don't actually contact you, but eventually they will catch up with you. That's the way I've been told anyway. Oh, hang on, I know this guy. Oh God. Anyway, it's going to come back to me. The date of your display, the next live show is upside down. Yes, well done for that. Now, what it is, as you can probably see, I've got the 26th of November, and it's an upside down A. I can't even think this bloody now. Hopefully, Steve and Mandy are watching this. I know they know what the place is that we go to. It's like a blooming, not a knockoff place, but it's a place that sells out of stock stuff and things like that. Anyway, obviously, they only give me one V, and I've got 3 A's, so I had to sort of elaborate on that and use an upside down A. But thankfully, next month will be in December, and I'll be all right on that one. But well, Stafford, that's what it is. I've just remembered your name then. well noticed. I'm looking for a solicitor or guest to help my son and I get residency in the Mercer area. Are you allowed to recommend anyone at all? I live near a place near Cartagena, but I'm interested in Mazarin area too. Facebook user. I don't know anybody to recommend, because we did ours, God, nearly 5 years ago. But obviously, it's always pretty handy to ask on any of these Facebook groups. Now, hopefully, no doubt, if somebody's watching this and somebody knows in the areas, I think Eric, who comes from Cartagena, you might put up a suggestion. Good idea asking for recommendations as well, but make sure you do it properly. Yeah, especially if you want to sort out your residency. Stafford's back again, upside down there. Yeah, that's what I know. You meant that, Stafford. I know. Sound. I recommend Pals. So here we go. So there's some recommendations here. Pals in the pool. Yeah, I think this is what Steve and Mandy used. Hello from Craig and Sarah and Leeds. Nice to see you guys. Hope the weather's fine. Received my T-shirt. Catherine. Good. Only ordered it on Saturday. See, they don't hang about, do they? I hope Chris is really happy with it. Good. Nice to see that. The pictures will follow. Great. Stafford, that's it, from sunny Barcelona. We went up there, me and Harvey went up to Barcelona about a month ago. Fantastic weather. No, we didn't. No, sorry, I'm thinking of Bellador, might I? But obviously, Barcelona's got some fantastic weather as well. Is there half price singles on? No. Hang on, Julie said, is there half price for singles? on for something. I don't know that, Julie. You got me on that one. I have to rethink of that one. Good evening from Norway. Good. Facebook user from Norway. I bet it's cold up there. But thanks for popping in. Hello, Sean. Emma says, you're well. Yeah, Emma, Bob, and Ryas. Good. West Yorkshire. Good. Nice to see that. Thank you much, guys. Martin, definitely food for thought. Just need things to get back to something just like before. Come good. Look, I'm babbling there, aren't I? Hi, Sean, the Rocking Billy. Guys, you're the guys that have just moved here in Campbellside, I believe. Amigo, yes, nice Facebook user. Evening, Sean, just got a t-shirt. Top man, don't forget, Chris, I want to see the photograph. That would be most appreciated. Plenty of lights, good, yeah. Cheers, Tony. Hello, Sean, can't I in the house? That's it. Oh, Eric, can you recommend any sort of good solicitors or people that can do residency in your area? Because somebody was asking about that. Hi, Sean. Wet here in Inverness. God, but it's wet up there, isn't it? But thanks for popping in, guys, from Facebook users. Come on, everyone, give Sean the thumbs up. Top man, Steve. I can always rely on you. Hi, Sean, from Eric. Did the Paul? Yes, he did. Funny enough, somebody did get a text this morning to say he couldn't make it. So what I said about him, he's a top man. Yeah, he's fixed it now. He did turn up late this afternoon, but he did send us a message. Apparently, my observant wife didn't see the message, so I might be making him a video now. Stopping in, Sean. Good to see top man Will in sunny US. Hope you're enjoying the weather. I think your weather's turning like ours now. I think we're going in the winter season, but nice of you to pop me in, Will. Very funny, Sean, spending all your money to avoid paying tax. Well, I've worked hard all my life, even though that's hard to believe that I've worked hard all my life. But as well as spend it to enjoy it. What's the point of sticking it in some bank and letting somebody else make money out of it? Sean, are there many UK tradespeople on campus who do jobs on properties? Good question, that, because I think one of the main things here on campus, though, there are so many builders who I can't say anything about. But yeah, I mean, there are quite a few UK tradespeople here. I mean, just what Steve just mentioned ago, we had I was just to start on my long-awaited pool cleaning video, and we started on it, and then we were just about to turn on the pump, and the pump wouldn't work. And we've had, since we've been here, this pump's been playing this up. Anyway, we had to replace our pump. So we called, can't think of him now, but a proper trade guy come out and replaced it. Yeah, there's quite a few tradesmen here from the UK. I think, obviously always calling out for like plumbers, electricians. Obviously, they're always wanted as well. I'll just am I catching up yet? Have you had to join a community of owners to pay for upkeep? No, not yet. Facebook user, they're still campaigning for this. Now, as far as I know, well, obviously with the COVID, I think that's all been shelved again until they get all that sorted out. I think what's going on at the moment is the council's actually taking over the community centre, and I think what's going to happen with that community centre on campus cell, they're going to start using that bit like where you can get your padger on, and no doubt that's probably going to be the setup for all this community of owners. But at the moment, it's been ever since I've been here that they've been talking about this. It crops up, obviously. I think end of last year, it will come to light again about private roads and whatever. Yeah, but not at the moment. Still nothing again. Embargo, that's it, Steve. He's on about, I bought this in embargo for like €8, and obviously you get 3 of everything except the V's. I've only got 1 V. So embargo, if you're watching, can you send me a couple more V's, please? I won't promote you again. Did anyone spot the ghost in Haunted Mansion? Are you scared of ghosts? Captain, never. But the story of that is, when we did that video, we had another place, much better place, right up in the Espuna. It was a proper sanatorium where all the ghosty people go to. But I'll be honest, I think if I went there by myself, I wouldn't have enjoyed it. But because there's two of us, you know, we didn't see nothing. What a letdown. Hi, Sean. How rife is it crime, and what is the most type of crime you see? Eric, to be honest, since I've been here, I mean, obviously here in Spain, police wear guns, and the security guards that walk around the shopping centres carry big, massive truncheons, which they will quite happily use on anybody that's been disruptive. They don't push your foot back here like you in the UK. Oh, excuse me, mate, can you just not do that? Here, it's a quick bonk on the head, off you go. Crime, we've had quite a few cash machines whipped out, which is the same wherever you go, you know, around the world, isn't it? To be honest, I haven't seen nothing. You know, we do get break-ins. You know, you got to get everywhere you go, but nothing. You know, what I would say, I won't want to go. I mean, I go out and buy myself. You see some of my videos. I go out and I'm quite happy. I feel quite safe going out by myself. If anything, I've had more. I feel more safer here than I ever did, even when I was back in sunny Dorset. But yeah, you got to get crime, but it's nothing right. And usually, most of the crime, I believe that, especially around Camp Basel, when there is a break-in, there's been quite a few attempted break-ins. Now, what I like about Camp Basel, because it's a big community, we're all watching everybody, and anybody that does try and get in usually get seen off the go. If it does go, it's usually drug-related. It does need a telly or something like that, so that they can sell cheap at the market. But nothing, you know, I don't hear about cars getting nicked or cars getting broken into. But good question, Eric. I know a lot of people have always wrote things about that. Yes, I did it floating by. Okay. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of, you know, not Judy's on about now, she's on about the ghosty thing and these little dust particles. But I suppose when you watch the ghosty programs, they say that they're floating spirits. I don't think they seem to do anything. Council tax, Juice Julie, yeah. I'll take it. We're referring to a question I was answering a while back. Hi, Sean. Moving to campus hopefully in the next few years. Could you possibly do a video on the local large retail parks, not on, like campus, like IKEA, general large chains of shops and things? Yeah, anything here, Steve. I have to be careful when I'm sticking the camera around, because here anywhere in Europe, they're quite hot on privacy. I mean, officially, you're not going to go down the high street with your camera. I know it sounds daft because lots of people do that. They take photographs, but here you can actually get done. And that's why you don't see a lot of security cameras about. You can have security cameras on your property, but they can't look out on the road. Whereas most places in the UK, you can have cameras everywhere. But here in Spain, it's quite hot. Now, if I went into places like IKEA, I would have to get permission. I can't be bothered to do things like that. But Steve, good question. I think hopefully next year, when this COVID thing gets out of the way, because I had a lot of things planned for this year to do things, something like that. So when this COVID's out of the way, I will definitely persevere with doing a lot more retail parks, because obviously a lot of people want to see what's on offer here. I mean, we're lucky here in the Murcia region. We've got Apple. We've got all the big name shops. We've got C&A's. Now, I don't remember the C&A's in the UK because they've disappeared from the UK. But here in Spain, we've got C&A's, because a lot of the shops here, especially clothing for us fatties like me, trying to get big clothing is pretty hard. Going to Primark, they only do up to blooming 36, I believe, which is no good for me, unfortunately, unless I go on a diet. That ain't going to happen. So, yeah. I will persevere on that, Steve. Half-price singles, council tax. Yeah, I think obviously if you, I think, Julie, what you're on about is obviously if you buy yourself, you only need to pay. If we're just going by what we pay for a non-resident, say €60, and we're on about IBI tax. Now with the IBI tax, doesn't matter. It's to do with the property, not the person. It's just the property. So the IBI tax we pay $488. That's been like that ever since we've been there, and that's just the one-off, and that's for both of us. But they go on the property, not on the person. But I could be wrong. If anybody is single, he's got a property here, and they say, "Hang on a minute, Sean, we only pay half the price," and I would like to know about that. Oh, we got Mike and is it Jovan? You're gonna kill me, aren't you? Oh, Sean just popped in half-time England versus. Oh yeah, how they doing? Good to see what's going on. Glad you enjoyed the Pink Lake sunsets a few days ago. Yep, lovely place. We will be back out there, I presume, next year sometime. We'll be allowed back into the other regions. Thanks for popping in, guys. LG said, energy. Mind your cash machines keep going missing. Mind you, the cat. No, we got them all back except for one across the road for some reason. Oh God, I can't. My thingy's gone again. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for saying hello. Hang on. What time is it? We're coming up halfway now. Tell Jan to get a leaf blower. She could do the leaf blower, yeah. Good. I could think that as a Christmas present for her. Spain is much safer than the UK, says Eric. I can vouch for that, to be honest. Evening all, says Paul. Nice to see you, Paul. Antonio, my free amigo man. Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you, sir. Antonio, they're calling us. They're calling for us. They're free amigos. When we coming back, I've told them next year when you're fully sorted, the free amigos will be back. Hi, Sean. Does Bonnie recognise you with your new haircut? Of course she does. God, I've only got a rat in my pocket and food. Bonnie, I think, to be honest, I could bribe Bonnie. Anybody could bribe Bonnie, but she does recognise my new haircut. I've got to thank Mrs. Mandy for that. 2-0. I'll take it. We're talking about the UK. England is winning then. Captain, taking the privacy. Hang on. Talking of privacy, I recently found a YouTube channel that go video like police stations and council houses. Could you do that in Spain? Like, good one, that, Captain. I mean, obviously some people will go in there with a GoPro camera, but if they actually saw you, depending on their mood, no doubt they would club you on the head. And I mean, I think most places, if you just ask them, I mean, obviously, especially like council places and things like that, I mean, anything to publicise them, I can't see it being a problem. But next year, when this COVID's out of the way, we'll see. I don't think I personally want to go into a police station, but you never know. Oh, hang on. Hi, amigo. Antonio, you're a top man. You look after yourself. Adios, amigo. Catch you next time. Well done, Leighton and Jane. Nice to see you. So we caught up now with everybody at long last. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a video up as a property video that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks now, every Tuesday. I've got to thank Vinny from Otherworld Properties for letting me go into these places. Now, this week I did a place that was 5 bedrooms, 2-bedroom property, lovely place, massive pool. So I'm going to put up that video now. I'm going to have a quick slurp of my drink. So I'm just going to find the clip for that while you just watch it. It's only a short thing, but the full video will be out on Tuesday at midday. Here we go. Off we go. Okay, Aid. I'll just put your question there a minute. So that video I just put up, that's going to be out on Tuesday midday. Lovely property. It's it's on. Sorry, let's get that right. So it's on C, on sector C. Lovely place. Anyway, getting back to Aid. If I skip your question, I don't mean to, but anyway, how do vet bills compare to UK? Well, Aid, I'll be honest. We got 2 vets on campus, so very good. One's called All Pets on B, and the one that I go to over on A upstairs. I don't know what it's called, but fantastic. I don't have to book an appointment. I can just take Bonnie over there. Usually, we have to take Bonnie every year for a rabies jab, and some what you call them thingy. I don't know, ragworms and things like that. That they have to have pills for and injections for, and obviously fleas and things like that. I would say not even half the price. I pay for the rabies and all the other things that the dog Bonnie has to have through the year with the tablets and that, worming tablets. It costs us about €100, and they're ever so nice people. Even though Bonnie doesn't like going in there, what dog would do? But yeah, I mean, in the UK, we're paying huge amounts of money just for normal checkups, and obviously we had to book an appointment, and then, we had to wait, a bit like the frigging doctors had to wait 2 or 3 days. Here, our friend brought their dog over for a couple of weeks. He had a bone stuck in its throat. Straight over there, they couldn't deal with it. They took the dog down to the vets. They took it to another proper vet hospital. She had X-rays. I think it comes about €200 in the end, which, in the UK we're probably talking about 1,000. But yeah, as far as I'm in this area, very reasonable, and I feel really safe taking my dog Bonnie over to those places. Oh, Sean, I hear that there's a snake zoo close to campus. So are you? Steve, that ain't happening. I can assure you, I ain't going to go to no snake zoo. Ask somebody else. Oh, here we go. England too. Oh, good. Cheers for that, Tone. Giving us an update on the old football. Are the views nice? Yes, they are. I don't know what you're on about, Facebook user, but the views are always nice here. Femi, I'm just seeing him come in. Nice to see you. So you're a bit late, Femi. It's gone half an hour to go and you've just popped in. What's up with you? Hey, I've caught up with your question. Fantastic question. Oh, that's giving you some information. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper here, and they do it really good. But, even though we do get dogs and cats dumped here, unfortunately, there's a lot of dog charity groups here that look after the animals, and the vet people are amazing. Scotland. So Tony's giving us the football results while I'm doing my live show. Facebook user, good confirmation there. Yeah, the vets are a lot cheaper, and they deal with it straight away, which is nice to see. Hi, Sean. Love to see you to do a video on the snake. Yeah, happening as well, Glenn. I can tell you what, even rubber snakes don't like them. Don't like them at all. I love España. Good. Yeah, it's a lovely place. I mean, I'm so glad I moved there, and I've been here nearly 5 years now. Late at the party again. Nice to catch up. Good, Terry. You can always start from the beginning of the game. The more times you watch it, the more the coiner I get. Why do so many people spell Camposo wrong? Good question, that Maria and Dave. Camposo, I don't know. I mean, Camposo, yeah, I don't know. And the meaning of it, place in the sun. Yeah, but they do. I think what it is, it's the spell check, isn't it? When you're starting to put out Camposo, because when I write out Camposo on mine, I always get a big red line underneath. And some, obviously, it's all right. The gas is having to catch up with me now. It does recorrect it for some reason, and you get some right funny words there. Apparently, there's a vaccine soon. Will be better. Yeah, we hope so, Captain, because I'm getting a bit fed up wearing that mask. Which I just hope this 2020 we get out of the way. 21 we start afresh, and we can move back on to how things were normally. All right, here we go. I'll check you in 5 minutes before you come out. Oh, you're a top man, Femi. I know you was there at the beginning. Really, you just didn't want to say anything. Right, no problem, mate. No problem. I'll try and answer it. If I do miss a question that you've asked before, and it is out of the show, Land of the Sun, says Harvey, top man. Just put it at the bottom of the video, and I will get back to it. Or if you want, I can answer it in the next Q&A, which is in 2 weeks' time, which is on the 26th of Nov. That's the new Russian word. Sean, sunny farmland, Campo is farm. Okay, yeah, well done, Facebook user. I think you're right. Yeah, that is right, Campo. Okay, you spent all your money to avoid. You spent all your money to avoid paying tax. What about saving for a rainy day, but not for the tax man? Good question, that Femi. I don't get rainy days, do we? Because we live in sunny Spain. That's warm air. Spend it, live it. Campo, countryside, countryside in the sun. See, I think I was nearly there, Terry, wasn't I? I was nearly there with that camp in the sun. What about the bears at Mercia Zoo or the hungry wolves? You know what? I haven't been to that zoo yet. That is on my list. Obviously, when this COVID's out of the way, maybe that's what I'd rather do the hungry bears and the blooming wolves than some snakes. Hi, Tony. Oh, that's from Femi. Solar lights on Sector D. Yeah, not yet, but no doubt that's probably a better idea to have solar lights than street lights. Asset, Terry, campus, countryside in the sun, top man. We're doing a campuso meeting now. Here's to when the pound euro. Yeah, God, Julie, that would be fantastic. I think at the moment, was it 110? I think it had gone up to, but 190. Oh, those would be the days, wouldn't it? It never rains in Spain apart from the. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's very true. Very true that. And of course, we're in that season now of gutter freeze, and I believe Valencia last week had a really bad one. Thankfully, we just got I think we had a day of rain, but nothing mannequin. But yeah, it is definitely that season for gutter freeze. But thankfully, we don't get many of those. We definitely get a lot more sunnier days. Is it easy to drive from the UK to Campersol? Looking to bob down next September. Well, top man, sir. I'll put my thumbs up there. Yeah, I've driven a few times from the UK, not just to Campersol, but right down to the Malaga. I mean, the roads are pretty good. I always find going for the tunnel is pretty handy. The motorway is through France. A lot of toll roads, obviously, but it get there quicker. And when you hit Spain, you can either go down the coast road or you can go right down through the middle. And another good route is the ferry. If you catch Brittany ferries and go from Poole or Portsmouth, and you get on the top end of northern Spain, that obviously cuts out all of France. And the boat trip's not that bad. I've been on the boat. On the boat for a day, so you get your head down. Yeah, it's not that bad. But I look forward to that coffee, sir. Hi, Sean. Have you found house prices on Campersol dropping in price due to what's going on? Not at the moment, Steve. I have noticed recently there does seem to be a lot more property on the market at the moment. Must be things going up on that, because we even got an extra estate agent now on Campersol. We got 7 estate agents. Just shows you how busy the turnover is. But I would say prices are still not doing a lot, really. There's no price crash. Now, I believe on obviously new builds, not on Campersol, but in the area, I think they've been knocking the price down a bit. But at the moment, nothing's been going on. This price crash that will be on about, I haven't seen nothing yet. But it's always worth keep checking all the time now. If you watch the TV series Place in the Sun on Channel 4, the latest one, they did it in Mazaron. Now, that was last year. And those prices that you saw last year haven't really changed a lot here, really. But like anything, when you're buying property, always put in a cheeky offer. You never know. Always worth asking first. They're going to say yes or no. Try from Sandaire to Campersel, nice road, no toll road. Femi, good advice. Off now, stay safe. Cheers, Tony. Thanks for popping in. Catch you next time. Don't forget, 26. Nick, you're top man for coming in. Even if you're down there in December, if France allows you to leave there from Spain. Well, we never know, Nick. Hope to see you down here soon. Hi, Sean. A bit late tonight. How are you doing with your local MP? My local MP? Who's that in, Chris? You're on about our councillor, Silvana. I haven't heard about Silvana for quite a while now, but she's still on campus, though. But I think that's what you're on about, isn't it? Are there mainly residents on campus? Facebook user, I would say we're probably half and half, to be honest. Our neighbours' holiday home, I think some across the road are as well. So I would say, yeah, it's half and half. So I'm a bit of indigestion there. Maria, thank you very much. Mince pies, Chris. I've had some. I was down Tesco's the other week. I bought a box of mince pies, and then my friend said, "Check the sell-by date, Sean." So I've ate those. I've got to go down again, but I hear this is Cath on B. They're making a nice fresh batch of mince pies. Now, obviously, at the moment, if you didn't know, here in Spain, especially where we are, the restaurants and bars have all had to be shut down for a couple of weeks. I think we've got another week. But most of them, thankfully, are doing takeaways. And I know Liz's Cafe is doing takeaways. So that we can still get in the lovely mince pies. I'm hoping the wife's going to make some soon as well. She better do. Don't forget to give Sean... Yeah, that's very true. Thank you, Marie and Dave. Hang on, let's do this. Lots of those, please. But whatever, eh? All Spanish civil servants are getting a pay rise. Could be bad news. We never know, Captain. I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised that the rates haven't gone up at all this year, really. But no doubt we could be in for a surprise for next year. Like all council government officials, they always make sure that they're all right. You should learn the language. Yes, I should, Femi. You're on about English, aren't you? I'm trying to learn the London language. I'm finding that a bit hard at the moment, but us Dorset people, we do improve our English. Does buying a property guarantee residency? No, Glenn, no. If you buy, I think if you, somebody could come out on that one if we've got time. If you buy a really expensive property, and I think we're probably talking about £1 million property, there are some estate agents that offer that with residency. Yeah, I'm sure you got to pay over £1 million to get residency. I might be wrong, but I wouldn't say just buying a property will give you residency. No, you got to show that you can support yourself. And obviously, after the Brexit thing, we're going to be a lot more clear on getting our residency, what's needed. But no, I wouldn't say buying a property would guarantee your residency, and not unless you were, buying £1 million property. Then there's a good chance they might throw that in. Shops extended for 2 more weeks. Don't know. I can't say. I haven't heard that one yet. Facebook user. I know. Obviously, the curfew thing's been extended to. I think it's the 23rd of November. But as far as I know, with the CAFs, but unless that's come up tonight, it might have done. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but hopefully it's not. But if it is, it is. There's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Not good. Good. Got the thumbs up from that Facebook user. Terry's come in there with a question. We bought on campus on Feb. It's neither a residence or a holiday home because we can get back over. Terry, hope you can get it sorted and get back over here to sunny Spain, mate. Thank you, Julie. We're doing the thumbs up now. This is nice to see. What's that? I can't see that sign. What's that? Oh, I can't see that. Oh, it's a ghosty. It's frightening, Julie. Thank you very much. I did answer your question earlier, but you skipped a few answers. Good night, Sean. Eric, top man. You're top man for helping out. Hope to see you next time. Have a good evening, sir. Only if you, here we go. Only if over 500,000, then it's a golden visa. Then you can come and go as much as you please. It's only £500,000, Sean, not $1 million. Well, there you are. See, that's what I needed. I couldn't tell you off the cuff, but I did hear that you can get a golden visa. Now, I'll take it that's open, not just for us EU citizens, obviously at the moment. And I know, and I presume that's the same with your American as well, from out the EU. But thank you much for that. Here we go. It's 28k per income after Brexit, private healthcare plus criminal check. Thank you, Facebook user. Obviously, we're getting a lot of information now. Hi, Sean. Going to do the pool cleaning video now. Stay safe. See you soon. Keep up the good work. Top man, Steve. The pool cleaning video is in the making. I live in Campo, 12 miles from Mazarin. Taxi in is for full bed. Yeah, the RC for a full bedroom. If people want the country, is cheaper. So there you are. See, I suppose if obviously you're on a big urbanisation, we pay a little bit more, but out in the country, 200, which ain't bad for a full bedroom place. Thank you much, Brenda. Send Eric's recommendations to me, please. Send Eric's recommendations to me, please. Facebook user. I think Eric's just disappeared now. But anyway, he's going to be there next week. Next on the 26th. Cheers, Sean. Answered a lot of questions we had tonight. Top man, says Peter. Peter, top man. Let's get these funds right. It's all third world countries. It's for all third world countries, says Facebook user. It's so difficult to know who the Facebook user is because he's obviously not the same person. If there is a variable vaccine, do you think there will be some great holiday deals in Spain? Possible. Now, I did hear that Benidorm was doing some big reductions. Obviously, I think that a good question, that Captain, and I'm sure next year there's to be some amazing deals, especially with the hotels being shut for so long. So yeah, watch that space. That's what I say. Nick, I see Nick. He's got 2 thumbs up. No, he hasn't. He's got a face mask and a thumbs up. Top man, Nick. I don't know. That's that. I caught up with everybody now again, which is good. I hope you're enjoying the show. I'll just have a quick retrack on anything. Like I said before, if you want to know any more information, especially if you're coming down to Spain, always check your place of residence. Obviously, I'm talking about the UK. Check with the British Embassy site to make sure, because the rules changing every day now at the moment with restrictions. Another good one is the UK site, online site, which is the Citizens of Voice Spain. Lots of factual information. Now, I've seen some of the Facebook groups, and I'm one. I can only go by information that's given to me, but it's better to check out the proper authority sites and listening to some of the other sites, because it can be so confusing. I mean, it's so confusing here. We've got these curfews here in Spain. Now, here it's from 11 o'clock to 7 in the morning. Now, in other places, it's different. Some places at 10 o'clock, some at 9 o'clock to 7. It's and trying to keep up with it is also confusing. How much to get a flu jab? I haven't got a clue, to be honest. All I presume is, obviously, us pensioners, it's free. I presume if you're not a pensioner and you're on private healthcare, you're going to have to pay for it. I haven't got a clue, but hopefully somebody on here that's had a flu jab, and I know you can get your flu jabs now if you want one. Top man, it says, Murray and Dave, you're top people. Good night, Sean. Take care. But guys, thanks for popping in. Yeah, bonbons up there in the kip, but I'll pass it on. Another top man, Steve and Mandy. Thank you much for the cup of teas and Kit Kats. Get some more Kit Kats in, please. Kit Kats, that's it. CAB Spain's good plus. Coronavirus Spain with that's it. Adrian Cockins, yeah. No, he's been doing his every day on Facebook. Really informative. Estate agent, so he should know his stuff. But I do watch Adrian every now and again. But thank you much for that. It is so helpful for other people. So do you know what is happening with all the groundworks on? Do you know what's happening with all the groundworks on B and C? No, I don't, Gloria. Good question. That there's something's going on there, and they're putting. From what I know what you're on about. They put, looks like they're putting a road, and they've got pipes going through in it. All I can think of, I'm thinking it's to do with the sewage works, that they're connecting up the sewage with B and A, but I might be wrong. But good question, that, Gloria. And I'm sure we're going to find out a lot more on Facebook in the next day or so, because I've been watching what's going on as well, but I don't know what's going on yet. I might even get my drone flying over there, have a nose. I think prices will go up because of all the desperate to get out of the way. Terry, yeah, I think that's another thing that was mentioned a while back. Obviously, a lot of places in Madrid, in the bigger cities, where it's a lot worse, obviously, because they're all confining small places. But at the moment, yeah, things just don't seem to be moving very much at the moment. Look at the book Canaries over Christmas, and it's 1,000 per person, South-Caton for a week. Is that a good price? That sounds a lot of money, but I don't know. I've never been on a holiday. Spanish government says it will offer the vaccine for free via the health service. Maybe get a jab, Sean. We'll have to see, Captain. We'll have to see on that one. Good show, Sean. When you drop the mask, Oh, it's that time, guys. I've got to say thank you very much for popping in. Everybody's coming in now. Yes, I will. I'll get the drone on the case, Gloria. Anyway, as I always say, guys, thank you very much for popping in. I'm going to say adios, amigos. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, it's on the 26th, the next one. Anyway, adios, guys.